Today on CJ Pony Parts, we're going to show you an easy way to improve the performance and efficiency of your EcoBoost Mustang. Cold air intakes are one of the first upgrades many people do because they're a super easy way to improve the performance of your car. So today we're going to be installing the CPE cold air intake on our 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. This is CPE's Alpha cold air intake for the 2015 to 18 EcoBoost Mustang. It features a high-flow mandrel bent aluminum intake tube with a nice black powder coat finish and a 4-inch DFlow dry filter for improved airflow and maximum filtration. It comes with everything you need for an easy install, and for more information and pricing, click the link in the description down below. Now let's get to the install. Tools you'll need for this installation: 8mm socket, 1/4-inch ratchet, 10mm socket, 3/8 ratchet, 3/16 hex key, a set of pliers, and a Phillips screwdriver. Alright, we're going to start off this install by removing the engine cover. To remove this cover, there are two 10mm nuts and two 8mm bolts. Unplug this intake sensor and disconnect it from the airbox down here, and then loosen this clamp with a 7mm socket. Loosen the clamp on the bypass valve hose and disconnect this hose from the intake tube. Pinch the clamp on the bypass valve hose and pull the hose off of the intake tube. The next hose right next to the bypass valve hose needs to come off as well. You're going to push on the gray tab, just like that, and pull it off. Loosen the clamp on the turbocharger, and then this intake tube can be removed. There's one 10mm bolt securing the airbox to the car. Once that bolt's out, the airbox can come out. We have the factory system out of the car. Now we're going to remove this bushing and sleeve from the factory intake. Get the sleeve out, then the bushing. We're also going to remove the cool air duct from the airbox as well. And finally, the intake sensor. With the CPE airbox, we're going to install this billet aluminum foot on the bottom. It's going to go underneath this hole right here. So get it in there and secure it with the provided bolt and washer. Then the bushing and sleeve that we removed from the factory intake is going to go in this hole right here. Get the bushing in there and the sleeve. Take the CPE filter and place it into the housing. Then take the bell mouth adapter and insert it into the filter. And we're going to tighten the clamp on the air filter. We can now attach the cool air inlet to the CPE housing. Pretty much you're going to push down on these edges to get it inside this lip. Install the airbox into the factory location. And you're going to secure the airbox with the factory bolt. Next, we're going to secure the plexiglass cover with the provided screws. Install the coupler with clamps onto the airbox and tighten the clamp on the airbox side. And the adapting coupler, we're going to install that onto the turbo. And tighten the clamp on the turbo. Install the intake tube onto the turbocharger and the airbox. Once you get it onto the turbo coupler, get it into the airbox coupler and tighten the clamp. Then you can tighten the coupler on the turbo. Reattach the two hoses. Just push this one on until it clicks. Install the intake sensor into the tube. Twist it until it locks. And plug it in. And the last thing we need to do is reinstall the engine cover. And our install's finished. Okay, we got our CPE cold air intake installed in our 2017 Mustang EcoBoost, and it's looking absolutely amazing. I'm loving the massive black tube, and the plexiglass looks really good too. It's definitely gonna help this thing to breathe a whole lot more. I'd say give yourself an hour and a half to do this, and before you know it, you'll be heading down the road. We hope you enjoyed this video. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the link right here, and for more videos like this one, click this playlist.